Hello friends, this is Johnny. Today I'm sharing a few tips with you on how to create a distressed layered look on glassware and pottery. This is a remake of a video I created 3 years ago, and I think it's worth revisiting. I picked up a few outdated items that had very nice detail. I'll be applying chalk paint to all three. On this cream-colored dish, I want to create a dark layer to distress to, so I applied a charcoal color, filling in all the detail and letting that dry. I did not use a primer since I want some of the distressing to reach the original color. This will create a layered vintage look. On the blue picture, I want the blue to peek through the distressing, so I will apply 2 coats of white chalk paint without a dark base coat. The color I'm using is French Linen by Rust-Oleum. The blue color is a pretty color, but I think the accents of white are going to make this look like a totally new piece once the distressing is done. This next one was the most impressive transformation of all. This rather drab plaster shelf will look refreshed and updated after the chalk paint and distressing is completed. I'll be applying 2 coats of fresh linen chalk paint and distressing this. This is the piece that I applied a charcoal base coat to, and now I'll be applying 2 coats of fresh linen chalk paint. The best way to distress glass, plaster, and pottery is a wet distress method. I'm using a wet wipe to remove the chalk paint on edges and raised detail for all of these items. This prevents scratches and harsh lines and allows you to create the look of wear that would have happened over time. The key is to do the wet distressing as soon as the paint is dry to touch, or within a couple of hours of it drying. Waiting longer gives the chalk paint time to harden and bond, so it would require more work if you leave it overnight. As my wet wipe dries, I'm refreshing it with a little spritzer of water. As you can see, the distressing is exposing the dark base color, and rubbing harder will force the original cream color to peek through. This layered effect is what we're going for. I've changed to a textured cloth to give me a little bit more distressing. The picture turned out nicely and just the right amount of detail showing and blue peeking out underneath. This has a much softer look. Now I'm going to apply a coat of clear wax. I'm just using what I have on hand. There are many waxes out there that work well. The only one I would avoid as a final coat is the water-based waxes like you get at Walmart, since they may reactivate the paint with that water content and cause the paint to be removed. Paste wax bonds to the paint and will eventually form a hard top coat. You can also use a clear top coat if you prefer that over waxing. These pieces are for decorative use only, and I did include that information on the tags when I sold them. And all three of these pieces sold very quickly. I hope this video has given you some ideas today on how you might update items by using chalk paint and wet distressing. It's easier than you think. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you haven't. Thank you for watching today, and I will see you in the next video.